multiple ways to borrow money for a down payment. Saving for a down payment can be a major hurdle to homeownership, but there are several borrowing options to help you get there. Here's a breakdown of common and lesser-known ways to finance your down payment. Personal loans. These are unsecured loans from banks, credit unions, or online lenders. Pros include being fast and, no collateral is needed. But cons are high interest, and it may affect your mortgage approval. Credit card cash advance. This means using your credit card to pull cash. The pros are pretty clear: immediate access. But the cons are extremely high interest and fees, and honestly, it's frowned upon by lenders. Alright, so next up is the home equity loan or HELOC. This is where you borrow against the equity that you've built up in your current home. Some of the pros here include lower interest rates, and sometimes the interest you pay can even be tax deductible. But there are definitely some cons to keep in mind, like the risk of foreclosure if you can't repay the loan. Another option is borrowing from family or friends. That's basically a private loan from someone you know personally. The big advantage here is usually more flexible terms, which can be a real help. But honestly, there's also a risk to your relationships if things go sideways, and it's super important to have proper documentation in place. Now let's talk about a 401k loan. This is when you borrow from your own retirement account. The nice thing is, there's no credit check, and you're essentially repaying yourself as you go. On the flip side though, it does reduce your retirement savings, and if you leave your job, the full repayment is due right away, which can be a lot to handle. So let's talk about cash out refinance. Basically, you refinance your existing mortgage to pull out some of your home's equity. The main advantage here is that typically you'll get lower rates than what you'd find with unsecured loans. But, there are some downsides too. It does involve closing costs and it resets your loan term, which is something to keep in mind. Alright, moving on to business or side income loans. This type of loan is based on the income you earn from your side hustle or small business. One big plus is that it gives you an alternative income source, which can be really helpful. The catch, though, is that your income needs to be documented and stable. Otherwise, it might not qualify. Next up, gift funds. This is money that's gifted to you by a family member or relative. The best part? There's no repayment required, which is pretty great. But of course, it does need to be properly documented, and lenders will usually require a gift letter to make sure everything checks out. Down payment assistance programs can really be a game changer. These are grants or forgivable loans offered by local or state agencies. The main benefit is that they can reduce or even eliminate your down payment, which is pretty amazing. But just so you know, there may be some income or purchase price limits you'll need to keep in mind. Shared equity programs are another option to consider. With these, an investor helps you with your down payment, and in return, they get a share of your future equity. The big pro here is that you have less upfront cost, which can make things a lot easier. But you will need to share any future appreciation with the investor, so that's something to think about. Hard money lenders are a bit different. These are private or investor-backed loans that are secured by real estate. The pros? Well, you can get fast approval and they're usually less dependent on your credit score. But honestly, the cons are pretty serious. There's very high interest, short terms, and a lot of risk, so these are really best suited for experienced investors. Let Farah Diba help you navigate it all. She can assist you with everything, from borrowing money to finally owning the home of your choice. If you're ready to embark on your real estate journey, reach out to her today, or book a free consultation at the link in the description below. Her expertise will guide you through every step of the process and turn your dream of owning a home into reality. Contact her today at 703-862-5740. Farah Diba, your trusted real estate agent.